Спасибо всем большое, что вы были так терпеливы. Джай Гуруджи. Джай Гуруджи, Джай Гурдев, Джай Махадев.
Thank you, Anna. I can recognize your voice. Yeah.
Guruji, we are more than 100 people and the numbers of participants are still rising. Some of us are your disciples and some of us just those who'd like to know what Kriya Yoga is, or someone who have read your books and inspired by what is written there. So Guruji,
okay.
thank you.
I'm all right with that.
Thank you very much for this opportunity for not only your disciples, but for the seekers to meet you.
I'm very happy to meet seekers. You already know that.
Oh, Guruji. Guruji, then what we can observe that nowadays yoga became popular. There are so different styles, techniques, and can you tell us what is the essence of Kriya Yoga?
Well, I've been discussing these things with Katya, and I will give a very different answer here. Babaji gave Kriya Yoga to a very humble person who was just a clerk in Army Engineering Works Department. In the time of monarchy, he could easily have called a king or a prince and initiated him to start Kriya, but he called a very humble person who was a very ordinary person and a normal person. So I think that was the beginning of democracy in the world. In democracy, our individual rights are respected, our individuality is respected, everybody is equal, and yogis for thousands of years are keep telling us that everybody is equal, everybody can have the same opportunity if they are actually seeking something, and if it is inside them enough enterprise, they can achieve everything. So this is absolutely natural outcome of democratic time that yoga has become so popular. And I think as the democracy will become more refined, yoga will become very much popular, and many very good and deep seekers will come out of it. So I have very high hopes. Okay.
Thank you very much, Guruji. So then we have a numbers of questions. And the first question will be from Артем. Артем, будьте добры, пожалуйста.
Okay.
Включите звук. Артем, включите, пожалуйста, звук. Guruji, just a second.
No problem. Okay.
Артем, сделайте, пожалуйста, погромче. Начинает слышно, но не очень.
Ну, я громче буду тогда говорить. Слышно меня?
Тогда попробуйте, Артем, еще громче, потому что вас не очень слышно.
Еще громче. Хорошо. Сейчас слышно?
Guruji, can you hear Артем or not really?
Not really.
Артем, постарайтесь еще, пожалуйста. Погромче.
Здравствуйте, Шайлендра, Йогирадж. У меня есть два вопроса, мне нужен переводчик. Меня зовут Артем. Слышно меня?
Артем, вас слышно, очень приятно. Пожалуйста, задайте вопрос тогда на русском, и вам обязательно переведут.
Хорошо. У меня два вопроса. Первый важный, второй более такой, ну, менее для меня важен. Первый вопрос. Как связаны понятия подвижной и неподвижной праны, про которые говорил Лакири Махасаи, и понятие времени, о котором говорите вы в своих комментариях?
Артем, Артем, остановимся на секундочку. Это первый вопрос?
Да.
Секунду. Пожалуйста, дайте секунду. Оля? Гуруджи, just a second.
Yes, yes, I can hear his voice now.
Гуруджи,
Pranam Guruji, can you hear me?
Thank you, yes.
His name is Artyom, and he has two questions. And the first question is very important for him. And he would like to know what is the connection, what is the link between two definitions which were given by Lahiri Mahasaya for mobile and stable prana, and between the definition of time which you describe in your books.
What Ladi Mahasaya said, please repeat it again.
Lahiri Mahasaya said about stable and moving prana. But
Okay, yes. Moving prana is when you are breathing. Your prana is moving and it will lead to your aging and normal way of life. When prana becomes stable, that means your mind has become very stable, and it will also help your physical body to become more stable. Your aging will slow down. That is what the stable prana means. As long as we keep on breathing. Now even scientists are talking about this oxidation is actually the real cause of your growing old. So the less you will breathe, or let's say the less the body's demand for breathe, your aging will slow down dramatically. This is what he meant there.
and what is the connection between the definition of time which you give in your book? So the question is between connection of what he said and what you're saying.
Well, I'm saying that the time, you see, we are experiencing many different layers of time. Your biological clock, your physical body, biological clock is ticking away with the breaths. Breaths are like acting as seconds. Then we are into Earth time, a day, 24 hours. Earth's movement brings us a day. Then Earth is moving around Sun, that is 1 year, that is the solar time we experience. Then the whole solar system is moving in 24,000 years, and Sun is moving around a 12 star, that is solar time. And then the whole galaxy is moving, so the galactic time is there. We cannot experience time in its totality unless we are able to develop our consciousness to that level. So first, by actually somehow able to work with our breath, we will become aware of the biological time. Everything actually is indication towards knowing the time. What either we are breathing, or our heart is beating in a different way, or the day and night which come because of the earth movement. All these are indicating towards knowing the time. And we are trying for that. Plus, the more you will concentrate on your breath, the more your consciousness will develop. And remember one thing, I've said it before and I will say it again. There are two worlds on the both sides of your breath. When you are breathing, you are in this world. And when you are not breathing, you are in another world. So breath is the main link here. The more you will know about breath, the more you will be able to make it stable. Your mind will open up and you will become aware of the existence of the time as it is. So you have my best wishes. Carry on.
Понятно, да.
Надо переводить или понятно? Если понятно, то я не буду
Нет,
переводить.
надо переводить надо, да.
Так, движение праны – это нормальный путь жизни. И стабильная прана – это ваш спокойный, стабильный ум. И тело в хорошей физической форме и также помогает успокоить прану. когда мы дышим, даже ученые уже сказали, что потребление кислорода – это то, что приводит к старению. И чем меньше мы потребляем кислорода, тем меньше мы стареем. А то, что Гуруджи говорил про время, что мы существуем в разных временных измерениях. У нас есть биологическое время нашего тела, время Земли 24 часа, солнечное время 24 тысячи лет, галактическое и так далее. Мы не можем понять время во всей его полноте до тех пор, пока мы не разовьем наше сознание. И взаимодействие с нашим дыханием и понимая и способность понять наше дыхание поможет нам понять время. И чем больше мы концентрируемся на дыхании, тем больше наше сознание развивается. Мы живем в двух разных мирах. Пока мы дышим, то мы в этом мире. Как только мы прекращаем дышать, мы в другом мире. И чем больше мы стабилизируем наше дыхание, тем больше мы стабилизируем наш ум, и тем больше мы способны понять время.
Спасибо. Можно второй задавать вопрос?
Можно.
Ну, второй вопрос попроще. Просто интересно, как уважаемый Шайлендра Шарма относится к упражнениям Сукшма Вьяяма и конкретно к Хирендри Брахмачари?
Повтори, пожалуйста, еще раз упражнение.
Как упражнение Сукшма Вьяяма и конкретно к Хирендри Брахмачари как относится?
So, Guruji, the second question is about the exercise of Sukshma Vyayama, and what do you think about Kinedi Brahmachari? Kirendra Brahmachari.
Well, Dhirendra Brahmachari was a good yogi, and I think he went to Russia also. So I have good thoughts about him, but he is no longer there. He was an expert in yoga postures and in so many other things. So what do you want me to say about him?
What are you think about this? Ну, что вы о нем думаете, об этих упражнениях йогических, которые он давал? Вот, ну, если, конечно, вы как-то с ними знакомы.
What do you think about these yoga postures, what he was giving?
All yoga postures actually create a different body language, which will directly affect your consciousness and your mind and your brain. So yoga postures in any form will actually affect your consciousness. So I am very much okay with that. You just need to be sincere in whatever you are doing.
Все позы... Переводить?
Да, пожалуйста.
Все позы... все позы йоги, они изменяют язык тела и влияют на ваше сознание, и ваш разум. Все йоги хороши. Будьте искренни в то, что вы делаете.
Спасибо огромное.
Guru, thank you very much for your answers. We are moving to a next seeker. Ребятушки, моя просьба к вам, Анна Шевцова, будь добра, включи, пожалуйста, звук. Давайте задавать по одному вопросу, так чтобы у всех желающих была бы возможность, Анна, включи звук, пожалуйста, была бы возможность задать вопрос Гуруджи. Попробуй, пожалуйста, еще разочек. Спасибо, получилось.
Все, слышно, да? Слышно меня?
Да, очень хорошо.
Ага. Guruji, I would like to thank you for your openness, for the for the opportunity to communicate directly and through your books, in which I can find the answers to different life situations, which allow to see the situation from the different perspective, to change the vision, angle of the view, their perception. And I was looking forward to sharing with you the influence of the Prithvi Namaskar. It gives me the feeling of stability as a foundation, apora, foundation, and inner strength. And I have one question. Does individuality, I am, possesses any qualities?
Of course, your individuality, you are, is actually possessing everything which you have carrying. All your memories from the past, this family line or genetic line or DNA thing, everything you are carrying with the feeling I am. It is all pervading. It goes very deep. That's why knowing and realizing who am I is so important. You will remember everything, whatever you have experienced in this genetic lineage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Алексей Крюков, будьте добры. Включите, пожалуйста, микрофон.
Yeah, I can see him. Yes.
Я говорю, just a second.
Okay.
Guruji, Dandavad Pranam. Thank you for support.
Thank you.
Great. And I have a question about Hatha Yoga Pradipika, and I would ask in Russia. В шлоке 10 говорится, что хатха-йога прибежище для потревоженных 3 видами тапаса, и тапас переводится как страдание. Что это за 3 вида тапаса? Ольга?
Yes, so in the shloka 10, it is described about 3 types of tapas, and the translation of tapas is like sacrificing. So what is these 3 types of tapas?
Please elaborate more on that. There are so many definitions of 3 types of tapas. Adhyatmic, worldly, and about, let's say, religious tapas. So yoga belongs to the adhyatmic, about self-realization and developing and knowing your own spirit. That is called adhyatmic tapas. Religious thing is about worshipping certain gods. So after your death, he will allow you to enter heaven, or you will be thrown into the hell if you are not good enough. Third tapas is worldly things. To achieve anything significant in this world, all your efforts and hard work is also considered as tapas. So yoga is in the category of adhyatmic tapas, knowing your own self, realizing your spirit inside and the immortal substance of it, and to be able to develop your consciousness to its limitless limits. This is what we are trying to do.
Ну, Гуруджи попросил больше сказать, потому что есть так много разных видов тапаса, но он выделил 3 главные. Йогический тапас – это самореализация. Есть также религиозный, это поклонение какому-то богу и то, что после смерти нас приведет в рай, или если мы плохо себя вели, в ад. И обычный социальный общемировой тапас – это когда мы достигаем каких-то вершин в социальном мире, и также любые наши усилия тоже могут считаться как тапас. А тапас с точки зрения йоги – это познание себя, духа внутри нас, бессмертной субстанции, и развитие своего сознания.
Да, Ольга, здесь имеется в виду, почему-то тапас в скобках обозначен, переводится как страдание.
Да, я перевела, что tapas. So Guruji, the question is, why does it mean there that tapas is a suffering?
I don't think tapas is suffering. Just think about a person who is trying to achieve something and he is doing very intense, concentrated hard work. He is not feeling suffering. Suffering is when someone else is actually making you do something which you don't want to do. Then maybe it is suffering. If you are trying to achieve your own goal and your own ambition, then the hard work will not appear as suffering. With every hard work, day by day, you are getting nearer to your ambition and your goal. So how can it be called suffering? General public will think, oh, he suffered a lot. But you are trying to achieve something. And it can be any art or anything or even to make money. We work hard to do everything, whatever we want to achieve. I don't consider it as suffering.
Гуруджи не думает, что это страдание, потому что когда мы прилагаем усилия, чтобы достичь чего-то, и при этом выполняем тяжелую работу, то мы не чувствуем, что мы страдаем. Страдая — это когда кто-то извне заставляет нас делать то, чего мы не хотим. А когда мы на пути к нашей собственной цели, то это не считается страданием. Возможно, со стороны может казаться, но как может работа, которая приводит тебя ближе к твоей цели, к твоим амбициям, считаться страданием? Гуруджи сказал, что он не считает это страданием.
And here I will add one more thing. You will be successful in whatever you are doing if you actually like it. If you don't like what you are doing, then you will never be successful in that.
No.
And whatever you are doing which you like, you cannot call it suffering. It is like working for perfection.
Вы можете быть успешными только в том, что вы действительно любите. Если вы это не любите, тогда вы в этом не можете быть успешным. И если вы делаете то, что вы любите, то как это может быть страданием? Вы работаете над собственным совершенством.
Thank you, Гуруджи.
All right.
Thank you very much, Guruji, again for inspiring answers. Here and again is just Султан, пожалуйста, будьте готовы включить звук. Гуруджи, and another question.
Меня слышно?
Да, слышно.
Пранам, Гуруджи.
Hello. Thank you.
Взять посвящение в практику – это очень ответственный шаг, насколько я понимаю, потому что ученик дает обещание, и, в общем, обратно пути нет. Оль, переведите, пожалуйста, по частям.
I will translate in partial. So to take a diksha is a very responsible move. And at that moment, a disciple gives promises and there is no way back.
В своей книге «По правую руку Бога» вы говорите следующее, что для полноценной практики йоги необходима свобода от финансовых проблем и эмоциональных привязанностей. И я хочу спросить, есть ли какие-то ограничения, чтобы взять посвящение в традицию крия-йоги? Потому что есть финансовые обязательства, есть эмоциональные привязанности, есть возраст, семья. Не является ли это какими-то ограничениями по получению практики?
In your book, To the Right Hand of God, you are writing that in order to do the comprehensive yoga, you need to be free from any financial problems. You need to be emotional free. And the question is, are there any limitations to ask for the practice? Because there are financial limitations, there are emotional connections, aging, family.
Well, that discussion was on hardcore yogis, those who has left society and just doing one thing, that is to working for perfection in yoga. But I will say Babaji has given us opportunity that while being in a normal householder condition or living in society, you can also practice yoga and achieve great heights. And what we meant by financial independence is there should be enough kitchen money and enough money to provide for your family. I think this much is enough. You don't need to be a billionaire to start practicing Kriya Yoga. And also it is also expected that a person who is trying to become a yogi or practicing yoga should be at least mentally and emotionally stable. Otherwise, he will never be able to take a strong decision that yes, I will practice yoga and I will progress. So he had to be a little bit mature in his thinking and emotions. This much is expected.
Перевод?
Okay.
Да.
Когда мы думаем про йогов, мы думаем про таких хардкорных йогов, которые уходят из общества и занимаются только собственным самосовершенствованием. Но Бабаджи дал практику обычным семьянинам, которые живут в обществе, и благодаря этому мы можем практиковать и не уходить. Что имеется в виду под финансовой независимостью? Это то, что у вас должно быть достаточно так называемых кухонных денег, то есть на обычную жизнь и чтобы обеспечивать семью. Вам не надо быть миллиардерами для того, чтобы начать практиковать. Для того, чтобы стать йоги, начать практиковать, вам достаточно быть умственно и эмоционально стабильными. Иначе вы не сможете принять твердое решение, что вы начинаете практику, и вы будете в ней прогрессировать. Умственная и эмоциональная стабильность этого достаточно.
Thank you, Guruji.
All the best. Thank you.
Guruji, thank you very much. There is another participant, Lina. Пожалуйста, включи звук.
Jai Guruji.
Thank you.
My name is Paulina. I'm from Moscow, Russia. I have read almost all of your books and text with your comments, and I have 2 questions. I hope participants will excuse me. I will be very fast. The first question is related to the book At the Right Hand of God, chapter Life, Death, and After. There you say that religious rituals, including christening, affect the after-death existence. You said that they secure a grip on us after death. If I was christened when I was a child and I don't follow my vows, who will I owe after death? How will the death of a christened person differ from the death of non-christened person?
Well, the major difference between different religions is that last rituals, what they do with the dead body, they are different. So if you will get a Christian burial, you will receive or experience exactly what they actually tell in the Bible and what they preach. So I see no problem in that. If you are a good Christian, you should expect good things there. So there is no problem. And other religions, the basic difference is Hindus go for cremation, Muslims go for burial, but they are buried in a different way than Christians. So their after-death experiences are different. Christians after that experiences are different, and the Hindus after that experiences are different. That means whatever the last rituals are being performed on the dead person, they will directly affect his mind and his spirit and consciousness. And whatever they write in religious books, they will experience that. And if you are a yogi and you have realized your soul inside and you are somehow able to make your spirit your friend, then a different story will come. The spirit will tell you so many things because it is coming from the other side and will go on the other side.
Is it true that during initiation to Kriya Yoga, all religious vows taken off from person?
No, we say that whatever religion you are practicing, you should continue to do so. And privately practice Kriya Yoga because most of the religions, they are asking to surrender your soul. And yogis say this is the only immortal substance you have, so keep it, make it your friend, and maybe it will tell you so many different secrets because only friends share secrets. So it's a different approach. Instead of surrendering your soul, you are making it your friend. So that is a very big difference in approach.
Thank you. My second question relates to the Bhagavad Gita with your comments. Chapter 8, Shloka 16 describes the death of an ordinary person, of a non-yogi. Is it possible for a non-yogi, knowing only the theory and not having direct experience, to go through the experience of death without fear and be liberated?
I think if a person has enough devotion in the heart and he is a strong-willed person, and if he somehow got this information which is written in 8th chapter, he will be able to face it boldly and his reactions will be different. And a layman who has never been into yoga or never been into Kriya Yoga, and he doesn't know what to expect, and suddenly this great experience he will experience, his reaction will be full of fear and that will change the course of his destiny. So if you are prepared beforehand, you will be able to face it without too much fear. And then a different story will begin. So for this information is given.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Jai Guruji. Carly Buford, please switch on your microphone.
Hi, Guruji.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can see you.
Thank you. It's so good to see you. I turned 24 today, so this is a great birthday present with your blessing.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I just have a quick few questions about technical questions about practice. May I, with the other listeners?
Let us see.
Okay. So the first question is about the Guru mantra. Should we strive to pronounce the mantra in one breath? Is it okay to take multiple breaths before and after practice during that mantra?
It is better if you are able to hold your breath while you are saying this. It is again will give you effect of pranayam, yes.
Okay. And the second question is about Shiva Chalana. So when I was younger, I had an incident where the upper lip detached from the top. So when I am lifting the tongue up to touch the nose, my question is, should my tongue be over the layer of my lip or should my tongue touch my teeth?
I think your tongue should touch your teeth, yes.
Okay. So then therefore the chin will go out a bit more.
Yes.
And if one is to complete the 144 mudras, I'm not there yet, but I'm trying very hard. Can the body or the nervous system withstand the rest of the practice, or should we just focus on the Mahamudra for that duration of practice?
144 Mahamudra should be done beside your regular practice. And when you have given it enough time, some time, then your nervous system will be ready to tolerate it.
Okay.
It will give you great, yes.
Thank you. And last comment question is about the chapter in the Upanishad, which I appreciate everybody putting together. It's a beautiful book. One of the stories is Untold Tales. It's a phenomenal, mind-blowing chapter. And you commented on the yakshas and the rakshasa. And my question here are they good? Are they bad? Are they equalizers, neutralizers? Are they working together? Are they still here? Should we give them any offerings as the creators of this world, eaters and protectors?
Unnecessarily, you don't need to attract their attention. Until unless he appears in front of you and demand something, don't go on your own to offer something to them.
Thank you.
Leave them alone.
Are they in any way, are they from this world? Are they in any way friends with nags? Are they friends with the nagins and nags?
I think there are some instances when the marriage between a nag and a rakshas is recorded in Ramayana. Yes. So they are different type of beings. I will give you one example. One example. The son of Ravana in Ramayana, you can read. Meghnad was married to a Nag girl from the Naglok. So marriages were happening.
Jai Guruji, thank you.
All the best. Thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you.
Namah Shivaya.
Оксана, пожалуйста, будь добра, включите видео, вернее, звук.
Мне нужен переводчик, попрошу.
Хорошо, конечно.
Пранам, Гуруджи.
How are you? You are okay now?
Actually, this is Oksana. She's not your disciple yet.
Okay.
Меня зовут Оксана. Спасибо за ваши книги. Спасибо. Я читаю их все, многие уже не впервые. Спасибо за Притхви Намаскар, который сейчас я делаю ежедневно. Также практикую Дживамукти йогу у Анны, у вашей ученицы. Спасибо. Переведете, пожалуйста, частями?
Да, конечно. Pranam Guruji. Her name is Oksana. She's reading all your books and not for the first time, so many times. And she's very grateful for Prithvi Namaskar. And she's also practicing Jivamukti yoga together in Anna's club.
Very good.
Я сейчас еще не ваша ученица, но очень хочу ей стать. И вопрос мой такой, что любая жизненная ситуация нестандартная выбивает меня полностью из равновесия и баланса, так как сейчас Гуруджи у меня нет, я не знаю, на что опираться и как не выходить и не терять жизненную энергию под бытовыми стрессовыми жизненными какими-то сложностями или ситуациями. Это мой вопрос. Спасибо.
Guruji, she is not your disciple, but she would like to become very much. And her question is about how to keep balance and how to stay stable in different life situations, because she doesn't know what to lean on, what to have as a support. And every life situation is just push her away from the balance stage.
I think she is a strong girl and she can cope up with any situation in life, and at the same time will be able to maintain her balance. A weak person will never ask this question. So I think she is strong enough to face any challenges in life and still maintaining the balance. And she is doing Prithvi Namaskar, so she will be able to maintain the balance in any situation. Her mind is strong enough. I have no worry about her.
Гуруджи уверен, что вы очень сильная девушка и что у вас прекрасно получится сохранять жизненный баланс, потому что слабый человек никогда не задаст такой вопрос. И поэтому он уверен, что вы сможете встретить и противостоять любым жизненным ситуациям, и вы уже делаете Притхви Намаскар, и это будет помогать сохранять баланс.
Я мечтаю встретиться с вами. Спасибо, Гуруджи.
She's dreaming to meet you in person.
Of course, you are welcome in Govardhan.
Добро пожаловать.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Мохин Евгений, пожалуйста, включайте звук.
Hello, Guruji.
Hello.
Namaste, Guruji. I also read your books and hear your darshan. A lot of my question is about gravitation. I'm a scientist and a teacher of mathematician and physics. There is opinion that our thoughts is material, and when we think about something, we attract it. Everything is attracting to the earth. What do you know about opinions that the earth thinking of us and attracting us to itself?
I think because earth is attracting us and it's not letting us go, that actually is giving us life also. I think earth is a giant spacecraft which is taking us somewhere, keeping all our DNA memories and all our remains on herself. She is on a journey to some unknown destination and she is taking us there. So think on this line and you will discover so many fantastic things. Our very
Thank you.
existence depends on earth, yes. And she is providing us with every type of entertainment, from politics to war to yoga, and she is providing us with every life support system also. And maybe just from science fiction point of view, maybe all the UFOs which keep coming, they may be the pilot crew which are actually taking care of the Earth spaceship which is taking us somewhere. Think on that.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your great assistance of us and your students. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Guruji. George,
Okay.
it's your turn. Please switch on the microphone.
Меня слышно?
Да, вас слышно.
Pranam Guruji. Glad to see you again. My questions, если можно, перевод. В одной из книг по Бхагавад-гите, я не помню точно, чей конкретно был перевод, Гуруджи, может быть, еще какие-то переводы, было озвучено то, что мы должны избавиться от ритуалов. Вот, если можно как-то прокомментировать это.
The question is from Bhagavad Gita, but he doesn't remember what translation it was, maybe yours or somebody else. And it was said that we have to get rid of any rituals. So can you elaborate a bit more on this?
Yes, he is talking about Vedic rituals. Most of the rituals were done to please a certain god, so he will allow you entry into heaven. But when you have made yourself strong enough, then you don't require any ritual to please anyone. And I will give you a different perspective here. There was a time when humanity was worshipping immortal gods living in heaven or Olympus. Then with Jesus Christ coming, the divinity descended into humanity. And after Jesus and Gautam the Buddha, and there is a long line of human beings who actually were able to achieve divinity without worshipping an immortal God who was living in heaven. So it gives us a very great hope. And Sri Krishna in Gita already saying that you don't need rituals to be divine yourself. You just need to find it inside you. So for this, he is recommending to become a yogi. Do it. You will also be divine one day. Okay?
Имеется в виду религиозные ритуалы. До этого надо было поклоняться какому-то богу, чтобы прийти в рай или в ад. Но если вы сильны достаточно, то вам не надо никакой ритуал, и вам не надо умасливать никого. Было время, когда люди поклонялись бессмертным богам, а потом пришел Иисус, Будда, и была долгая линия королей, которые сами достигли божественного без того, чтобы поклоняться кому-то. И Кришна говорит, что вам не нужны никакие ритуалы, чтобы найти божественное в себе. Для этого вам надо начать практиковать йогу, и вы это найдете.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Минсагит, please switch. Минсагит, включайте, пожалуйста, звук. Да.
Слышно меня?
Да, хорошо.
Добрый день, Гуруджи. Пранам. Джай, Гуруджи.
Hello.
У меня будет 5 вопросов. Вы выберете, какие надо задать, и сразу нужен будет перевод.
Минсагит, давайте, пожалуйста, вы сами выберите. Давайте начнем 2 вопроса, потом мы пройдем по списку, и если еще будет возможность, тогда вы встанете вновь в очередь и зададите, так, чтобы дать возможность уважения всем другим интересующимся.
Договорились. Ну, сразу нужен будет перевод. Какое влияние на нас оказывают общественные места, например, пользование общественными туалетами? Можно ли это нейтрализовать или уменьшить это влияние? Это один из вопросов. И второй вопрос тогда. Почему нельзя делать кетчеры в ширшасане во время сна и при вождении автомобиля? Все.
Okay, Guruji. So, two questions. What influence do we experience in public places like public toilets, for example? And can we somehow decrease or completely eliminate this influence?
Well, if you are using a public toilet, then you cannot eliminate this influence. If you are sensitive, you will feel it. So try to avoid using them.
На первый вопрос, что если вы пользуетесь, например, общественными туалетами, то вы никак не уберете это влияние, вы будете его чувствовать. Старайтесь не пользоваться вообще. And the second question, why we should not do ketcheri in Shirshasana while we are sleeping and while we are driving?
Well, while you are driving, Khechri Mudra will change your mental state and you may not be able to focus where are you driving and you may go through some accident, which is not recommended or required. And while sleeping also, you may go into suspended animation, your family will take you, you are dead already, and you will be buried very soon. So to avoid these circumstances, it is recommended, practice Khechri only when you are doing Kriya Yoga.
Во время вождения, если вы будете делать кетчери, то это повлияет на ваше умственное состояние, и вы, возможно, не можете достаточно фокусироваться, что приведет к происшествию. А во время сна вы можете уйти в состояние анабиоза, и ваша семья подумает, что вы мертвы, и очень скоро похоронит вас. Поэтому делайте кетчери только во время практики крия-йоги.
Третье. Во время ширшасаны почему нельзя?
And what about Shirshasana?
Too much blood flow will increase in your head and you may have some hemorrhage.
Слишком много крови притечет к вашей голове, и это может иметь последствия.
Пранам, Гуруджи, жажду быстрой встречи с вами.
He is eager to meet you in person.
Yes, yes. Welcome anytime.
Добрый день, Гуруджи.
Добрый день. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can see you. Yes.
Thank you, Guruji, for the past darshans. It is very excellent. And for this darshan, and I have a question about Gorak Bodh.
Okay.
Reading Gorak Bodh, I see that the sound of nada comes from vibration of bindu.
Yes.
Then the sound nada gives birth to the matter.
Okay.
Somewhere in Gorak Bodh said that nada comes from Omkar.
Yes.
So the question, what is Omkar? Maybe Omkar is the realm of the void, because Bindu is the seat of time in womb of the void, or maybe something else.
Actually, Nad and Om are one and the same thing. When we elaborate and try to explain what is Om, then the discussion on Nad comes naturally. And you remember how the Om is written, and there is a Bindu and a crescent moon. So they say from the Bindu, the Nad emanates, that is the crescent moon sign is of the Nad. And then this U is condensed matter. So Nad starts in a very fine way, then it becomes gross and condenses itself into matter. So this is the journey of the... And science also says that everything is vibration. String theory and also many things they have discovered. Wherever there is a vibration, there is a sound. Wherever there is sound, there is a vibration. So the whole creation is actually vibrating on a certain scale. So that is the play of the Nad.
Okay, thank you. And the second question, if the sound of nada is eternal and the 5 elements are immortals, so what gives the immortality to the physical body? Maybe balance of 5 elements and interest of our Atma, and maybe what else?
As long as there is Atma inside, there is life. And when Atma goes away from the body, life is no more there. So it is up to you to create some interest in your Atma, so it will agree to stay inside your physical body continuously, forever, or for a very, very long time. So here your creativity is actually tested. How much you are able to create interest in your Atma. So it will remain together forever.
Okay.
It's up to you. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for the answer. And what can give us diamond body?
Diamond body is that there are 2 things. It is called Vajrakaya in Sanskrit.
Vajrakaya.
But Vajra also means a thunderbolt. So Vajrakaya also means a body of electricity. And here I will say, when you are using 2% of your brain is working with electromagnetic currents, and the body is tolerating that much current. But suppose your brain is awakened 100%, it will create a tremendous electrical charge. And this physical body will transform in the process of achieving that. And the pure electrical body you will achieve. That will be Vajrakaya.
Okay.
Which usually has been translated as diamond body.
Okay.
So try for it.
Diamond is maybe it is the equivalence of 5 elements because in the diamond the 5 elements are in the same proportion maybe.
Yes, I understand, but I will tell you one story and everybody would love to listen to it. Gorakhnath, one of the greatest yogis of all time, was trying to achieve diamond body. So he was in somewhere in Himalayas trying to find extraordinary quality of mercury. By taking it, his body will become like a diamond. And for 1,000 years, he was waiting and trying, and one day he was successful in it. And he took it, and his body became like a diamond. Then he took a sword and hit himself with the sword. There was a sound of like a thunderbolt, but nothing happened. And he became so elated and happy that he laughed, now I have a diamond body. And suddenly there appeared a very old man there, a very weak old man. He said, why are you laughing alone? Have you gone mad? What happened? And Gorakhnath said, see, I have achieved diamond body. See, take this sword and hit me. And the old man took the sword and hit him with it and nothing happened. Just a sound came. Then old man told him that take this sword and hit me. Let us see what will happen. And Gorakhnath told him that you may die. He said, if I will die in your hands, I will get revelated. So please hit me with the sword. And Gorakhnath hit him and the sword passed through him without making any sound. And Gorakhnath's Guru Matsyanath appeared and told him, don't stop here. You need to achieve this pure electrical body. Keep working towards it and disappear. So diamond body is a one step and getting electrical body is the next step.
Okay.
Keep working.
Okay. Thank you very much, Guruji, for answers.
Thank you.
Pranam, Guruji.
All the best.
Thank you.
Karthik, please.
Pranam Guruji, namaste.
Namaste.
Wonderful to see you. It's been a long time.
Happy to see you, yes.
Yeah.
How are you? Okay?
Doing okay, Guruji, doing okay. trying to be consistent with the practice. Yeah, so Guruji, I had a question on Dharma. So what exactly is Dharma? Is it something that is determined by your birth? And in Bhagavad Gita, we read that Krishna says do your dharma without attachment to the fruits of it, or do what is ordained to you without attaching to the fruits of your actions. So my question was, what is dharma, and then how does one reach a state where they're not attached to the fruit of their actions?
It's a very important question, and if we will analyze the word dharma, it literally means which carries you through. If you will translate it, dharayetsa dharma is the Sanskrit definition of dharma. In English, it will sound like which carries you through, can be dharma. So there are so many things which are actually carrying us through. Our career is carrying us through. So whatever the requirements of your career are, you need to fulfill them. Then there are different responsibilities which you are carrying. You are dharma to your responsibilities. So you need to fulfill them as well. And whatever, let's say, responsibilities you have taken willingly, like your family, your society, your friends, you should take good care of them as well. That is also part of your dharma. Dharma here doesn't literally means a religion. Dharma is which carries you through, whatever, or whatever you carry on your shoulders is dharma.
Okay, thank you, Guru. So,
very
thank you, Guruji. So, how much of dharma is, or should we consider society's expectations as part of our dharmas?
Well, we are living in society, and society is providing quite a lot to us. So we just remain to be very careful that whatever our actions are, they are not actually harming society or disturbing society. That much is enough, I think.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Guruji. Pranam.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Guruji. And the next question from Татьяна Леришко. Пожалуйста, включайте ваше...
Hello, Guruji. Меня слышно?
Да, Татьяна, вас слышно.
Guruji, pranam. My husband has a question. He's not with me, but he's with us with his heart. He wants to know how do you feel about cloning people and cloning animals, because there's modern scientists who are making a good effort in this sphere. What do you think about it in the future? Because he's thinking to take part in the project about cloning animals for the start. It will be about the cows for giving maximum of milk. It looks fine, but it definitely someday will bring to cloning people. What do you think about this area?
I think people were always against scientific progress. In the last centuries, we see a pattern here. But science is moving forward and giving quite a great thanks to general public, ease of life, and now we are able to see each other and talk. Thanks to the science, we are able to do that. So maybe now people are against cloning and all these things, but maybe in future, it may bring some very extraordinary good result which we cannot imagine now. So let's keep our minds open about it, and let's see what will happen.
Can we have blessings from you for doing this?
Oh, my blessings are there, yes. Yes,
Thank
yes.
you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I would like to show my daughter.
Okay. Okay, she is so beautiful, yes.
Thank you.
They were my best wishes and blessings, yes.
Thank you so much. We miss you, Guruji Pranam.
Thank you. We miss you too also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guruji, another question.
Yes.
Just give us a second. Ксения, пожалуйста, включайте.
Да, меня слышно?
Да, Ксения, слышно.
Hello, Guruji. My name is Ksenia.
1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
So my name is Ksenia. I'm from Moscow. I have a question regarding our universe creation. Do all the spirits were created at the same time then our universe was created? So do you have any new souls
in here, or it was just created and closed, and then we are living so. And if it was so, why we have so different experience and tasks, since so many years we have here, like thousands and hundreds of years. So we have so many time to experience whatever we want here. So why we so different? Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe actually in no religious book we find this thing that who actually created the spirits. So that remains a mystery. We read about creation of the universe and this creation, but nowhere it is mentioned who actually created the spirit or the soul. So I think they are real, or if we can call it a real, is way beyond this creation. And maybe every creation, whatever we look around, is just for their educational program and for entertainment. So spirits, because they are beginningless and endless, and they can go on living forever and ever and ever. So to experience certain limit of time and certain different experience and different emotions. So that's why so many different situations are created here in society from the beginning. Even dinosaurs were creating different situations, and they might also be having emotion. So it is just a thrill and entertainment and education for the spirits to pass the eternity, learning and at the same time with entertainment.
Okay, but do they have any opportunity to have so newborn here, so new souls?
Maybe. I mean, we actually absolutely nothing is known about the spirit world. So they may be, increasing their population also, and they are sending their children here for like we send our children to school. So they are being sent here to learn. They learn from emotions, different things, yes, situations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Guruji. And
yes.
The next question from Yulia.
Okay.
Hello. Hello, Guruji.
Hello.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm not yet your student, but definitely soon I will be, and I will come to you.
You are welcome. Okay.
I have such a mundane maybe question about Vastu Shastra. Is Vastu Shastra present everywhere in all the parts of the world, like in Japan also? Is Vastu Purusha living here in this houses, in these flats? And should one who is practicing yoga perform all these rituals and take care of Vastu Purusha?
I think Vastu is a very effective observation, and the way our houses are built and how the city or the area where we live is planned, it directly affects our mentality and our moods. If you are in a good mood and good mindset, then your thinking will be good and you will take good decisions, and good decisions will bring you good result. So you will be a successful person. If all around you, it is giving you different impression, you are always angry, your mood is always bad because of the effect of the Vastu there, then your thoughts will be bad and your mood will be bad, your decisions will be bad, and the result of your decisions will also be bad, so we'll suffer. So if you are sensitive enough, it is better to observe the Vastu around you. It's a highly recommended thing. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Guruji. Actually, Yulia, she's from Hong Kong. Yes, she's Russian, but she's from Hong Kong. And the difference in hours. And the next question from Evgenia.
Okay.
Pranam Guruji, I'm glad to see you and hear you.
Thank you. I'm also happy. Yes.
Пожалуйста, помогите с переводом на всякий случай. 2 недели назад видела вас во сне и была очень счастлива увидеть. И вместе с этим видела много кобр, и одна из них укусила меня. И у меня вопрос, сон это просто сон или, возможно, это указывает на что-то, на что следует обратить внимание в жизни? Это мой первый вопрос. Спасибо.
Yeah.
So Guruji, Evgenia saw you in her night dreams 2 weeks ago, and she was very happy to see you there. But at the same time, she saw many cobras, and one of the cobra had bitten her. So is it just a dream, or is it a hint? Is it something else?
In here in yogic community, I mean, when yogis, it is considered a very good sign if a cobra bites you in a dream. It is considered as a direct blessing from Shiva. It's a good thing. Relax. Yes.
Thank you. And second question, второй вопрос. В последнее время у меня в практике очень неустойчивое внимание, появляется очень много мыслей, хотя некоторые дельные, но мой вопрос связан с тем, как сделать внимание более однонаправленным, особенно это касается Махамуджи. Может быть, есть что-то.
And the second, sorry. And the second question is about her practice, that recently her attention is not very stable and lots of thoughts appear. The question is how to make their attention more focused, especially in the Mahamudra.
I think very regular practice will cure that. And if you are getting lots of thought, that also tells us that your mind is actually developed. More developed mind will always have more thoughts and different ideas coming to them. So you should not worry about it. Just keep practicing very regularly, and all these things you will get over soon. But your mind is developing. It's a sure sign of it.
Вот все-таки перевод хотела бы попросить у вас, чтобы более точно.
Да, конечно. Это придет с регулярной практикой, и появление многочисленных мыслей говорит о том, что ваш ум развивается. Чем более развит ум, тем больше мыслей и идей в него приходит. Поэтому не переживайте, практикуйте регулярно, и это пройдет. Ваш ум развивается.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Guruji. Evgeny, your turn.
Pranam Guruji. My name is Evgeny. I am from Moscow, and I have one question in Russian. Ольга, помогите, пожалуйста, перевести. Я сейчас обучаюсь на преподавателя йоги в одной из московских школ и хотел спросить ваш общий совет, посыл вот всем начинающим преподавателям, что главное нести для себя, чтобы нести людям, как вот какой главный посыл давать, потому что это такое ответственное дело, уже практика не лично для себя, а для того, чтобы и помогать людям тоже вот нести йогу к ним. Спасибо.
Evgeny is studying in one of our Moscow schools to become a yoga teacher. And he is asking about your general advice. So what is the main message to give to people? Because now it's a very responsible part of life that he is doing not only his personal practice, but he also gives it to other people, and he would like to help other people. So what should be the main message?
Main message is that you just teach what to practice. This is the main thing, because people can easily see that whether this person is practicing himself or just giving a lecture in the class. So I am sure you are going to be a very good teacher, and always keep them in a good mood, because most of the yoga teachers, old timers, were extremely serious looking people, and their students were so much afraid of them at the same time. So establish a very good communication with your students, keep them in good humor. At the same time, keep telling them very serious things about yoga. So that's how you should work.
Главный посыл – это то, что обучай других то, что ты практикуешь сам. А люди очень легко могут увидеть это то, что ты делаешь сам, или ты просто даешь им какую-то лекцию. И Гуруджи уверен, что ты будешь хорошим учителем. И дальше совет, что поддерживай людей в хорошем настроении, потому что большинство учителей йоги, особенно прошлого, это очень серьезно выглядящие люди, и студенты просто боялись их. Установи хорошую коммуникацию с учениками, много доброго юмора, но при этом продолжай говорить им серьезные вещи, серьезные вещи о йоге.
Thank you very much.
Don't teach them seriously, but teach them serious things happily. That is the main formula.
Не обучай их серьезно, но обучай их серьезным вещам в счастливой форме.
Thank you very much. Dreaming to meet you in person. Thank you.
Alena. Alena, please switch on the microphone. Okay. We are moving to another.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Слышно меня?
Да,
Hi, Guruji, Pranam. Very, very happy finally to have a question. I'm sorry, I'm driving here, kids home, so I can't see your eyes. But of course, missing you a lot, and thank you very much for communication with all of us. I have, yeah.
Guruji, sorry, the connection is not really good.
Question.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Just Guruji, just a second.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
This is all we have.
Actually,
Just a second.
oh yeah? Can you hear?
Алена, пожалуйста, напиши вопрос в чат, потому что у тебя связь прерывается, и тебя совсем не слышно. Константин, будьте добры. Константин, будьте добры. Ваш вопрос.
Здравствуйте. Слышно хорошо меня?
Да, вас хорошо. Спасибо.
Это радует, спасибо. Здравствуйте, Гуруджи, здравствуйте, участники. Гуруджи, скажите, пожалуйста, какой совет вы получили от Бога для того, чтобы быть счастливым самому и делать счастливыми других людей?
Guruji, what advice did you receive from the God to be happier by yourself and to make other people happy?
I think it may be a very most important blessing from the Gurus and from God, that if you are somehow able to radiate happiness around you, and even if you are able to make a sad face smile, I think it's a very big thing for me. I try my best to do that. Yes, translate.
Это благословение от гуру и от Бога, чтобы излучать счастье вокруг. И если Гуруджи может печальное лицо сделать счастливым, то это очень большая вещь для него, и он очень старается.
Спасибо большое.
Thank you.
Ангелина, пожалуйста.
Namaste, Guruji. I'm so happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you, yes.
I can believe really, and I'm so grateful to you for your recent answer and for your opinion, for your congratulations with my news. And
okay, I'm very happy to hear that, yes.
Thank you so much. And now I have a question, because I know a story when Subhadra was pregnant with Abhimanyu. He had experience of some knowledges. So now my question is, while pregnancy, does the child inside gets some experience in Kriya Yoga practice?
Definitely. If you will keep practicing as long as you can, the child will be practicing with you and he will receive all the results which you are actually going through that time. So that's it's a fantastic situation.
It's very interesting. And will it affect somehow on his future life, or maybe he gets some experience with that level that I'm now, and then after a while, in some years, he gets maybe very
Mind will be more extraordinary than a normal child, and he will be more intelligent and will be able to think more. And in life, for becoming successful in life, we all need all these things. And he will be lucky also.
Thank you, Guruji.
He's already lucky to have you as his mother, yes.
Thank you, Guruji. I'm so happy to hear that. This is a great blessing.
Yes, I'm very happy for you. Thank you. Thank you.
So much. Pranam, Guruji.
Thank you.
Ольга, Леви, пожалуйста, включайте.
Hello. Hello. Thank you very much for such an opportunity to ask you a question. My name is Olga. I'm from Odessa, Ukraine. And I wasn't going actually to ask question, but suddenly it came. Guruji, can you please tell, is it possible to step out from the family karma and to start something own in my life, practicing yoga, doing asanas, reading books? Is it possible, or we are all connected to a family?
It is definitely possible. First, you need to become aware that 50% of your thing is absolutely fixed. You cannot change your genetics, you cannot change your DNA, you cannot change your initial circumstances which you went through, you cannot change your blood relative. This is 50% of your destiny. So once you begin to understand this and you are able to develop your mind to the level that you can see beyond that and go beyond that, then you are free to create 50% of your own destiny. You can do it simply by understanding the limit of your family thing. First, you need to understand what is the limit, then you cross over and be on your own.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Валерий, пожалуйста. Oh, Guruji, it is such an emotional moment to talk to you, Guruji, to listen to you.
Всем здравствуйте. Пранам, Гуруджи. Я бы хотел вас спросить. В автобиографии йога Парамаханса Йогананда описывал передачу своего гуру Шри Юктишвар-Гири. Он ему передал камень, который именно был предназначен для него. Вот мне интересно, как определить свой камень, который тебя защищает? Мне нужен переводчик. Ольга, спасибо.
So Valery is asking that in the autobiography of yoga, Yogananda is describing a situation when Shri Yukteswara gave him a stone which was meant to be for Yogananda. And the question is how to find our personal stone which will protect us.
Well, Swami Shri Yukteswar Giri was a very good astrologer of his time. He was very famous for his wisdom in astrology. And he was able to decipher which stone is for whom. And he suggested this to Yogananda, and you see he became world famous after that. Of course, it was his destiny, but hearing that stone supported him in his work. Yukteswar Giri was a master astrologer. Yes.
Ольга, если можно, перейдите, пожалуйста.
Да, да, он говорит, что Шри Юктишвара был известным астрологом своего времени, и он действительно славился мудростью в астрологии, и он мог решить, какой камень для кого подходит, и он предложил этот камень Йогананде, и после этого Йогананда стал всемирно известным. Конечно, это была его судьба, но камень его очень поддерживал. Юктишвара был мастером астрологии.
Спасибо большое за возможность задать вопрос. Пранам Гуруджи.
Евгения Мака, пожалуйста.
Hello, Guruji. Hello, Anna. Thank you very much for this opportunity to talk to you. I would also like to thank all the participants for their wonderful questions. It's really very interesting, and you, Guruji, primarily for your time and for the answers. And I have got two questions. One question is about the visions I sometimes have when I go through some breathing techniques. I see eyes of people, of animals, and of babies, I don't know, snakes, a cow, and so on. And these moments are very emotional. And I'm not scared, but I'm very thrilled during these moments. And I would like to know if it could possibly mean anything. And also, there is a saying that I mirror our soul. So is it really so? And my second question is about the nature of people. Are there purely evil people, or are we all a combination of good and evil? Thank you.
Well, most of the people, there is no purity in this world. Everything is of a mixed character. There is evil in good people, and there is good in many evil people. So it is very difficult to actually judge anyone just by something he has done recently or she has done recently. So keep an open mind and open heart, and we don't judge. I have seen many evil people doing very good things, and sometimes so-called good people have done some very bad things. So we are of mixed character. And about your visions, that means when you are doing that breathing things, you are becoming very sensitive. And I will say that most of the women are very sensitive by nature. And their let's say, intuitive power is very much developed. So you are just receiving impressions from the surroundings. And it is a very good sign. And you keep doing whatever you are doing. Those experiences will become very deep. So I will say, keep doing it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anna, for this opportunity. Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Guruji. Alex Moore, it's your turn.
Здравствуйте, слышно меня?
Вас слышно? Да.
Благодарю. Я бы хотел спросить, что такое любовь? Спасибо.
Guruji, the question is, what is love?
Love.
Love.
Wow, that is the most mysterious and important question all humanity is asking for thousands of years. I will just answer what I understand. Most liberated, intimate, and open friendship can be called love. But we are still looking into it. We have not reached a conclusion yet. Friendship is the basis of love. Real, deep, intimate, and open friendship can be called love.
Можно перевести, да?
Да. Гуруджи говорит, что это один из самых мистических и важных вопросов, которые человечество продолжает задавать. И он ответит то, что он считает любовью, что это наиболее свободная, близкие и открытая дружба может называться любовью. Но это не окончательный ответ, мы продолжаем до сих пор думать, что же такое любовь, но дружба – это основа любви. Именно такая реальная, глубокая, близкая и открытая дружба.
Алекс, это у вас все или еще вопрос? Спасибо. Вета, пожалуйста, ваша очередь, Гуруджи. Вета.
Мне понадобится перевод.
Хорошо.
Добрый день, Гуруджи. Я мечтаю быть вашей ученицей и читаю ваши книги. И теперь считаю, что ваши книги достаточно для моей жизни, и кроме них больше ничего не читаю. У меня вопрос. Я училась на йога-тичера и преподавала, но я все время сомневаюсь, могу ли я это делать дальше. Всем нравятся мои уроки, но я не уверена и получаю постоянные травмы в йоге. И не знаю, мой ли это путь, или все-таки мне просто заниматься йогой и не преподавать йогу. Спасибо.
Guruji, Veta is dreaming about becoming your disciple, and she's reading your books, and she thinks that your books is enough for her life, and she doesn't read any other books at the moment. And she studied to be a yoga teacher, and she even gave trainings, but she has some doubts whether she can continue to do it. Other people say that they like what she is doing, but she is not sure, and she constantly gets some traumas. And that's why her doubts whether she can continue to train people or just to do practice for herself.
I think she should have more faith in herself, and it is better if she will continue to teach people. Actually, by teaching other people, we are learning from them as well. So it is better if she will continue to teach them. Have faith in herself.
Переведите, пожалуйста.
Да, имейте веру в себя, и лучше, если вы продолжите учить других людей, потому что когда мы учим других, мы одновременно учимся у них.
Спасибо.
Спасибо. Султан, пожалуйста. Guruji, this is again a question from someone who asked before.
Спасибо за возможность задать еще один вопрос. Гуруджи, я практикую асаны уже годы у Ани в студии, спасибо ей огромное. Читаю уже, наверное, порядка 2 лет каждый день главу из Бхагавад-гиты и чувствую процессы, которые внутри меня происходят. Переведите, пожалуйста, эту часть.
Guruji, Sultan has been practicing asanas for many years, and he has been reading 1 chapter of Bhagavad Gita every day for the last 2 years, and he feels the processes what are happening inside him.
И я заметил, что старые радости и удовольствия уходят, а новые еще не пришли. И бывают очень трудные моменты, когда ты не находишь опоры и радости. Вот что бы вы порекомендовали делать в эти сложные моменты? На что опираться?
And he noticed that some older joy and what brought satisfaction to him, they have gone, but the new ones are not yet there. And there are difficult moments when he doesn't have anything to lean on, and there are no joyful events. And so what would you recommend?
I will say continue. 1 chapter is over, another chapter is beginning. So it is just he is in between. And he will get over it, and new joy will enter his life very soon.
Okay, thank you.
All the best. Thank you.
Алексей Крюков, пожалуйста.
Thank you. Guruji, I have 2 questions more. One question, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, chapter 2, about pranayama, the practice, the yogi is called Yami. I know the Yami is a sister of god Yama. Why is yogi called Yami?
Yama, who actually regularized the let's say, the humanity's number. That means when you are regularizing the number of your breath, then you will be called yami, following a very strict discipline in that order. Yam regularizes the number of the humanity on this planet, or any other being, 8.4 million. And a yogi is trying to regularize the number of his breaths, which is always limited for everybody. So from that point of view, they are called yami.
Ольга, можно перевести, если не сложно?
Да, ями – это тот, кто регулирует количество людей и вообще любых других существ на этой планете. А для йоги ями – это тот, кто регулирует число вдохов и выдохов. И когда отрегулируешь, то станешь ями.
Okay. And one short question. Я по-русски скажу. Мне пришлось снять кундлу, потому что из-за серебра у меня воспалялись уши и дырки заросли. Стоит мне, то есть можно ли, чтобы кто-то из, может быть, Гурубхаев мне проколол снова дырки, или подождать, пока я смогу приехать в Гавардхан?
So Guruji, Alexei had to take off his kundalas because of silver. His ears got inflamed, and the holes from earrings they grew over, so there are no holes anymore. And he is asking whether any other disciple can make holes again, or it is better for him to wait and to come to Govardhan.
I think any disciple can do it, or any jeweler can do it.
Yeah. Pranam,
no big problem.
Thank you. Okay. Оленька, спасибо большое за перевод.
На здоровье.
Guruji and all the participants, we have so many questions, but probably it should be the final question, Vlad.
Okay.
Be ready to switch on the...
It was good day, yes.
Аня, это я, да?
Да, Влад, это...
Да, Володя Карбинович. Джай Гуруджи. Ань, ты переведешь, да? Алло, Аня.
Конечно же, да.
Переведешь, отлично. Гуруджи, спасибо большое за возможность практиковать, за ваше учение. Практика очень помогает в жизни, структурирует ее и делает лучше. И я слышал там в начале вопрос по поводу того, что какие критерии в практике нужны для того, чтобы получить практику, и сказали, что как бы стабильность ума. Ну, я в практику пришел с очень нестабильным умом, и я понимаю, что с практикой сейчас мой ум становится все стабильней и стабильней. Переведешь?
Аня, ты будешь переводить?
Оля, это, конечно же, да, ты, пожалуйста.
So Guruji, first of all, great thanks for the opportunity to do practice, for your trainings, for your education, and practice helps him a lot in his life and to make his life more structured. And he heard at the beginning that there was a question about different criteria, what have to be met to get Diksha. And the answer was to be mental stable. And when he came into practice, his mind was very unstable. And now it is getting better and better.
That is how with everybody. It takes time for the mind to become stable. So we all start in a very unstable situation. But I am good. You are doing very well. Yes, carry on with that. Okay, translate.
Гуруджи говорит, что да, так со всеми мы все приходим с очень нестабильным умом, и постепенно он стабилизируется, так что продолжай, он рад за тебя.
И теперь вопрос. такой замечательный фрукт, называется авокадо. Я не знаю, в Индии он растет или нет. Ну, если он в Индии не растет, позволит ли Гуруджи попробовать, так сказать, привести саженцы этого фрукта для сада Гуруджи?
Guruji, the question is, I guess you know avocado fruit, and Vlad doesn't know whether avocado is growing in India, but will you allow to bring you some seeds of avocado to plant it in your garden?
Yes, please, we will try.
Да, пожалуйста, они попробуют.
Отлично. Тогда будем предпринимать эти попытки, собственно, чтобы у Гуруджи в саду рос авокадо. Thank you, Guruji.
So then he will try to bring it to you and to plant it in your garden.
Yes, bring it. We will plant. Thank you.
Привози, да.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guruji, we have lots of questions, and please be sure that if you wrote the question, we will send them to Guruji by mail. Guruji, let us finish the darshan with the words from the most beautiful poem, that don't be lost in memories, you have to go ahead, much ahead, or wayfare, taking the reserves of life to touch the horizon. You just walk on. Guru, thank you very much for being the one who is...
I will say, I am a Putnik and be my Sputnik. Okay?
Guruji, we are yours, Guruji. Jai Guruji.
I'm very happy. Okay.
Thank you so very much. Guruji, give us a second.
Okay.
Everybody would greet you and give you pranam, Guruji.
All the best, all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam,
Guruji.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam, Guruji.
Спасибо.
Pranam,
Guruji.
Thank you very much.
Pranam, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Guruji.
Pranam, Guruji.